Okay, so we can start now. So welcome Opulence Nation and all our valued guests. My name is Jazz. It's my first night to be hosting the webinar, and I will be your host from tonight and the next 2 weeks. Okay, we have two amazing partners here, Maria Batiste and Carolyn Chung. And let me start by introducing our speakers for tonight, okay? So the powerhouse, of course, Maria Batiste, she's our LD2 on her way to LD3. She's originally from Grenada and lives in North York here in Ontario. I should say Toronto. She has a son like myself, and her background is in sales and marketing. She's a leader, entrepreneur, business builder. She's an athlete, and looking at her for the first time, I can tell that she's into martial arts, and she's actually very sports minded, and she's a national table tennis player. She got started with the Global Wealth GWT, and now which is Opulence Global in April 2014. It was then a fashion, beauty, and health company. Now, blessed to have the opportunity to meet top entrepreneurs. Can you believe that? Such as Jim Rohn, Leigh Brown, Brian Tracy, Robert Kiyosaki, and T.D. Jakes. She pursues personal development, becoming a better version of herself. It changed her life. She saw the vision and decided to take massive action, never look back. Done very well with hard work, dedication, patience, and persistence. In 2019, on the cruise ship, Maria received an award for the top seller in Opulence Global in the top 10 in MGRS. A special moment in her life in September 2021, she opened up Trinidad and Tobago, the market, okay? And 4 months later, the country was on the Opulence map with rising stars, 6 LD2 and many LD1s, and growing, making a difference and changing lives globally. That's our Maria Batiste right there. And let me take this opportunity to introduce Carolyn Chung. The background is in operations management, business analysis, and project management. Wow, wow, wow. She worked for over 20 years in the financial sector and built her career by focusing on continuous improvement. She's always evolving, ladies and gentlemen. Carolyn is a lifestyle advisor with Opulence Global. She joined the company in 2010 after seeing a presentation by her sponsor, none other than Mr. Africa, Brian Arundel. Brian had a vision to expand his business all around the globe. She saw his vision in the power plan, which is unmatched in the industry, a member within 45 minutes. I think the fastest membership so far. It is important to note that Carolyn had previously joined about 7 other companies before she launched her Opulence business. Her Opulence Global business has been paying her residual income since 2012 and provided a solid plan B when she lost her job in 2020. Carolyn will tell you that this is the best financial decision she has ever made. And guys, the stage is yours. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Jazz. You did an amazing job. Really, really fantastic. Yeah, for your first time.
Excellent job.
Cool, which was awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I'll leave the, what do you call this? Not a stage, but I'll leave it all to you to start your
all the world is
Crossfire.
Stage.
Okay.
So
we appreciate you, Jazz. Excellent work.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll mute myself now.
Thank you. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are so lucky to have a trade show expert in the house. I'm talking about Maria Batiste, of course. So you know what, Maria, why don't we just jump right in and maybe let's talk about the benefits of the trade show. And you can speak a little bit to this, this slide, which is our National Women's Show booth in Toronto last year.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Caroline, for having me on the call. Thank you so much, Jazz, again for the introduction. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all our Opulence Global family nation around the globe. Welcome on the call. We appreciate you. So, as Caroline will say, let's go, let's get started right now. We start now. Here is last year, all of us participate in the Woman Show. I'm telling you. I'm always super, super excited to be part of the trade show. And the benefits of trade show is first and foremost is lots of fun. We have lots and lots of fun, ladies and gentlemen. I get in connect with all our partners and our customers. I think it's a lot of exposure to it. We generate I personally generate a lot of high quality leads and good direct selling opportunity that brings a lot of sales. I love it. More important, lady, I like to add into that. When you come into these events, please you dress professionally because you never get a second chance to make the first impression. So you always want to be your best of the best and also a product of the product. I also have all our customer get a taste and feel of our products. So for example, everyone that I bring into the mall or into my booth, I first of all build that like and trust, and I simply say, would you like to try the fountain of life? Certainly, I'll give them 5 drops. They will take it, and also I give them a taste and a touch of our sterling moisturized body lotion. So these are the two things, first and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, I give to my customer, and then eventually I take them around to look at all the fashion. And I share, more importantly, share the benefits of all our product directly to the customer, Caroline.
Yeah, that's a pretty important aspect. Like one of the things you talked about was generating high quality leads. So I'm just going to expand on that a little bit because at a trade show, people, it's a warm market because people are coming to shop. They're primed, right? Especially the women's show. Women, they come to that show and they are ready to buy and they're ready to connect and have these like and trust conversations, right, Maria?
That's correct.
So Maria, I feel like, trade shows have a special place in your heart as it relates to your business. Would you care to share a little bit with us about that?
Well, absolutely. First and foremost, as trade show, this is the main trade. We call it, this is the major event. It's a real big event. And then we have smaller event, which is again, community centers in churches, in homes and so forth. So I participate in all. To me, I absolutely excited because I love meeting new partners. I love meeting new friends and sharing something. So to me, it's a big one. And
Yeah. You have a personal story, though, I think would be great to share. Like, how did you actually get involved with Opulence Global?
That's a very good question. Now, first and foremost, I was working with another company uh, back in the same trade show. That's where I found this phenomenal lady, Mavis did. I was pretty busy with clients around me, and Mavis had so much patience. She was standing on the other side, and then as soon as the people left, she came and she says, I want to compliment you. You look very fashionable. And I say, well, thank you. She said, well, I have a fashion company, and I would like to give you my business card. And we just launched. And then she asked me, where are you from? And I told her from Grenada, the Isle of Spice. She began to smile and laugh. She said, oh my goodness, I am from Trinidad, so we all next door. And ladies and gentlemen, we connect right away. Now, she mentioned, which is what attracted me the most. She says, by the way, they're going to launch in Grenada in the next 2 weeks. Well, I was jumping up and down because the fact of the matter is, I just came back from Grenada. I went home for 3 months to spend quality time with my parents. And there I was there. Nobody never talked about, that back then was GWT, Global World Trade. So I was excited. And she says, okay, we're having a business presentation on the Wednesday. So I'm personally invited. And that's what I did, ladies and gentlemen. First, I went home, I looked at the website. I was very attracted with all the jewelry and accessories. And I said, you know what? I'm always looking for something online that I can travel back and forth. I don't have to stay in Canada in the cold weather. So that's what happened. I went to that event at the head office. And I was blown away what I saw. I have the opportunity. I met the CEO, the SVP, Brian, Renee, and all of those. They even had a lady called Maria who was earning $8,000 a month. That got my attention. Ladies and gentlemen, the rest was history because I saw the vision. What attracted me the most was the compensation plan, doing something once and getting paid for over and over. So that what got me. And at the end of that presentation, I sign up ASAP because I'm a person, if I like something, I go all the way with it. And because when I look at the CEO and all the others with the love and support and the vision and the innovation, I couldn't say no. And the rest is history. And it's 9 years now, and I'm still here heading to be LD3 and to help to bless many others to take, again, LD2, LD3 as well. Back to you, Carol.
Yeah, amazing, amazing, amazing. You know, the other very interesting, they say there are no coincidences. Mavis Tidd, your sponsor, actually got into her business through a trade show, right? I think that Mavis was the winner of the grand prize at the time, which was a business. She actually won her business, and then she found you at a trade show, and you and Mavis have like exploded this Trinidad and Tobago market. So it's just what we want people to realize is that these kind of shows can change your life, change your business forever. All right, so now let's talk about the National Women's Show in Ottawa. So me and a business partner, Brenda, we did this show back in October of 2022. It was so much fun. It was really a great time. So what I want to share with you guys about this show is my lessons learned, because this was the first time that I had ever done it, a trade show of this size on my own. I mean, with me and Brenda and I were the first, this is the first time that we did it together. So one of the first things that I learned quickly is that you need to come with your own equipment. So when I had spoken to the rep, I asked her, can I rent a table? And, is that something that is on offer? And she did. She said yes. And so I thought, okay, I didn't ask about the price because it's just a 6-foot table with a tablecloth and a skirt. So I thought maybe $100. Me and Brenda split that. It's $50. Can I tell you that they were asking for close to $500 on the day of the show? So that's something that I want everyone to realize, that to have a successful show, it does require planning so that you can manage the cost, because these bigger shows are expensive. So please make sure you have your table, make sure you have your banners, make sure you have all the tools so that you don't end up putting out extra cost. So that's my PSA for today. But other than that, it was a fabulous show. We had really great, we got some really great leads. I got a couple of new friends out of it, actually. So it was just an amazing, amazing time. So now let us talk about Niagara Falls with Nora. Tell us about that.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, I had so much fun. Here we are. I'm here posing with Nora. That was from the whole of January. I did all these events since June, July, and August. We were extremely busy again. Lots of prospects, lots of leads, lots of sale. I think I sold about 13 and 12, 25 bottle in the 2 days. Again, lots of exposure, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you, once you be the product of the product, I go there and I basically, again, build that like and trust. I get compliments all the time. You got to be a product of the product, and you got to always dress professionally. And just having fun and making people feel very comfortable with you. And you basically mention the benefits and the value. Most of the time when I talk to people, they have a challenge. So I'll simply say, who do you know that is going through diabetes, high blood sugar, etc.? And when they say myself or my family, I say, well, I have a solution to help you and your family. And I get right into it. And at the end, I'll simply say, how many bottles would you like to take home today? and they go right in. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have people who will order 10 bottle one time, 6 bottle, 3 bottle, 4 bottle. If somebody buy 5 bottle, I give them a toothpaste free. If they buy 8 bottle of Fountain of Life, I'll give them one free. So I always take care of my customer. And I absolutely love Nora and us. We had so much fun. And I would love to go back again. Back to you, Carol.
Yeah, I mean, fun seems to be one of the themes here. I'm wondering though, Maria, if you could expand a little bit about your approach, because that's when we did the women's show in Toronto together, I noticed that you were able to build like and trust like within minutes, right? And you never spent longer than, 10 or 15 minutes with a customer, and you were constantly closing on these sales. So what would you suggest, like someone who's brand new to a trade show? How do they actually ground themselves and, create like an energy that is approachable and allows the customer space to kind of be with you?
Fantastic. I would love to share that. It's very simple, ladies and gentlemen. You're new, you're just starting, of course. Always give a smile. A smile you can when you see, I'm telling you, when you smile, it makes a significant difference. Also, it attracts people to come to you knowing that, wow, this is a very warm person. So me, I just be myself. Very simple. I give a smile. I'm always welcoming. I give compliment. Another thing what you guys can do, give compliment. When I'm always a product of the product, so I get compliment and then I give back compliment. So whenever I build that like and trust, I want to make them feel comfortable. I don't want them to expect like I'm a person just coming to sell them something and then goodbye. No, I build that like and trust. It's like when I build that relationship, I'll ask, well, where are you from? I always like to ask people where they're from. And once they tell me, we click automatically. Are you from this place? You have family and so on. And then once I build that rapport, then I introduce my product. And at the end of the presentation, I ask the same magic question, the close. How many bottles would you like to take away? Or how many toothpaste or how many shampoo? And most of the time, I'll say 99% of the time, I always sell the Fountain of Life. So for ladies and gentlemen on the call, always be yourself. Dress professionally, be the product of the product. You always hear the SVP say it over and over, be the product of the product, and be welcoming. Don't go there with a sad face or you have your challenges or problem, what was happening the night before. No, just be relaxed and smile. And that will attract a lot of people to come to you and have an easier conversation. Back to you, Karen.
Yes, absolutely. I want to share an opposite sort of like the way that it went for me in that Toronto trade show, the women's show, because I love connecting with people. I love it, love it, love it. And here's the thing. You get to connect with people, and you have to remember you are not at this trade show to make friends, right? And so I had a few people, attendees that I liked them so much. There was a mother and a daughter. I ended up talking to them probably for over an hour. And in fact, our SVP sort of snuck into the conversation, and I know she was trying to get me to disconnect a little bit so that I could move on to the next. So it is very important to do it like I saw the way that you did it, Maria, and maybe 5 to 10 minutes tops is the amount of time that you spent, and you closed most of the time. So that is an important takeaway for those who are new to trade shows. It's show business. It's not show friends. So don't spend too much time with your prospect, even if you really enjoyed talking to them. And so now we are going to talk about some smaller events. So tell us about this, that we have teamwork makes the dream work. Can you speak a little bit to that, Maria?
Absolutely, Carol. Thank you so much again. Teamwork makes the dream work. I'm an athlete, so I'm a big team player. And here I have my 2 partners, Catalina Anthony, and of course, our amazing Mavis Titt. We actually work on a regular basis, at least once every 3 months we go to this. So this one here was an event in Ajax. It's a business network event. So it's indoor, like inside. Again, that was absolutely fantastic. Lots of fun, lots of leads, lots of customer. I make lots of sale as usual. And this is one of the things what I love. Again, always be yourself, be professional, and just go there and just share and just talk to people. Don't ever be sad, whatever challenge you're facing. Don't ever let anyone see you sad. Regardless of what we did, I advise for each and every one, always dressed as $1,000,000 and just be nice. Just smile. And you will attract a lot of people. There is something about a smile makes the significant difference. And so that's why I get a lot of sale, because I just be myself. I go up and talk to them, whatever problems they have. I come and I say, well, you know what? I have a solution that I can help you. And you have, I say, because without health, there is no wealth. So you need to get those products going to get you in the right state of mind and have that peace of mind and security. Back to you, Clara.
Yeah, so it is important to, like, when Maria says smile, she's talking about, like, a genuine, authentic smile. So if you don't feel like, if you feel nervous and you're giving them, like, something like this, that's not going to cut it. So it is important when you're doing these kind of customer facing activities, you have got to ground yourself, right? You have got to clear whatever is there. If you're feeling angry or upset, go somewhere, take a few deep breaths, and just ground yourself in the value that we are offering in our opportunity and in our product. It's very important, I think, in order to get into the right energy space, because, Maria has a beautiful smile, but if she was tense and upset and trying to smile, that wouldn't work. That would not work. Maria, I also wanted to talk about the setup, because you have a really beautiful table set up here. Can you just walk us through what you're trying to achieve with this setup and how you do it?
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, as you notice in the background, we have our two beautiful banner. I just love the banner. The banner is tall, it's very attractive. It really, these people come to us because of the beauty of the setup of this showcase. So first, if you're coming in again to start anything, you need to invest in your tools and all the materials to build a business. So here we have our banners, and of course on the table where Mavis is standing, that section we have for jewelry and accessories. So here we have all the accessories. In the middle way, Catalina, that's you call the personal. We have the beauty and personal. And at me at the other end, this is basically for the health, because I talk a lot with the Fountain of Life. I started off with Fountain of Life and I go right into all the other products. So it's very important to invest. When you have a beautiful display, again, it attracts a lot of people to come towards you. And again, with that positive energy and that positive vibes, you're good to go. Back to you, Kira.
Absolutely. So, we started off by talking about these big trade shows, right? I know that some people are afraid of them because the cost is prohibitive if you're trying to do it by yourself. So it is important, if you are planning to do like another women's show, they're amazing trade shows. You got to plan that stuff ahead. You have to find partners that are willing to share in the cost, but also you can do like Maria. She does the big ones, but she also does these smaller local events. So can you talk to us a little bit, Maria, about how you actually even find these events and what it looks like for you?
My pleasure. Again, first and foremost, I go online and I search for local event. And so when I attend one event, at the end, I always ask, who do you know or where they have churches around? And I always get someone will actually give me leads. So that allow me, like, for example, a month ago, I attend a church event, which was a banquet dinner. And while I was there, the lady was saying, you know what? I have my church. My husband is a pastor. Is it possible that you can come and do the same presentation that you did here for me? Because I have a fiance. Absolutely. And that one lady eventually gave me like 3 other pastors to go to those events. Another thing what I like with the small event, you're up in personal with the people in them. You see, when you have a major event, you don't really get time to spend. But when you have a smaller one, you spend more time, more detail. They buy more products from you. I absolutely love that part. And also, again, I attend mainly the churches. I go into the senior clubs. Right now, I have a member of a couple of them. I go to a lot of the banquets, the small like dinners. and just go in the small community. And I urge and I recommend for those of you who are on the call who are planning to do that, to always start from locally, from your own backyard in your community. Okay.
Yeah.
And don't do it, never do it alone. You need to collaborate with someone with the same mindset as you are, not those boring people always complaining anything. They sit all day. Please, no, you invest your money to make serious money. So get back your money worth. Collaborate with a friend and go and have fun. Just have fun, and you'll be amazed to see at the end of the day. So that's what I do. And most of the time, I get many referrals. And so those same referrals, when they buy and they use the product, they come back and they thank me and they say, okay, I have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. So every time I sell any product to any person, I make sure I get referrals. So I never run out of leads. So I always accumulate all the leads, and very important to follow up with those leads. Back to you, Carolyn.
Actually, that is a great segue into, I want you to talk about what is the most important thing to do after a trade show. So just walk us through like a day in the life of Maria after you have done a trade show.
Sure then. Well, first, definitely I have to follow up with the customers. All the leads I follow up. And more importantly, I will call them and thank them. Like in 3 days later, especially for those who bought products from me, I call and thank them, just inviting them for coming out to the booth and making friends with them. I ask again, what did you like best of what you see and heard from the trade show? And then when they told me, I say, all right, you know what? Are you on WhatsApp? Yeah. I said, well, I would love to send you these 3 links. It's very important so you have a better understanding. And it also is a tremendous business opportunity. I want you to look at these leads. And as soon as you finish, get back to me ASAP. More importantly, we have an event next Wednesday. And I would love to invite you to come out and have a look. And now we have a showcase. So you can basically look at all the products, the fashion, the beauty, health, and personal care. And basically, that's what I do, ladies and gentlemen. Back to you, Carol.
Yeah, I just want to sort of highlight one of the things that you said in there that is really important is that you follow up within 3 days. So that means Maria does her trade show. She has all her leads. And by 3 days after the trade show, she has contacted everybody. So it is really important to have that sense of urgency, right? So that people don't forget, especially when you have taken the time to build the like and trust and make that connection, right?
That's correct.
So the next thing that I want to share is, so I did a small pop-up event last year. So when we're talking about local events, how do you actually find them? I joined something called the Black Business Atlas, which started as a very small Facebook group that grew into this national atlas of Black businesses across Canada. They were on CBC. And anyway, so I decided that I was going to participate in their Montreal trade show. So I'm going to just play a little snippet here for you.
Sure. Over it.
I don't care because I don't
So that speaks to a couple things that I want to share with you guys, is that when you're doing these shows, you definitely want to take a lot of pictures because you want to be able to share on social media. I just clipped a bunch of pictures together and put a nice song under there that makes me feel happy. And actually, I wanted to create the vibe of the day, and that's what it was. It was a very happy day. So what I learned from this smaller trade show, it only cost me $150 for the table. And then I actually took a ride share. So that was like $25 to get to Montreal. And I made a few sales there. This was probably the first event where I felt comfortable asking for the sale, because of course I had worked with Maria in Toronto. So I sort of tried to emulate a little bit of what I had learned from her. And the very first person that I asked for the sale who said yes, I was shocked. I was like, I forgot to ask for the money at first because I was like, okay. So the other thing that I learned from being at this trade show is it's not always just about the customers that you can connect with, because I connected with quite a few vendors there, and one in particular who tried my products and who has become, like, she hasn't launched a business, but she is completely out there recommending Fountain of Life and my Fairy Sterling. So the smaller trade shows, I think, really give us an opportunity to connect with the other vendors and also find out about what's going on, what's coming up next, right? Would you agree, Maria?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, let us. Okay. Becoming top seller in 2019. So Maria is going to tell us how she did that. What are we
Thank you.
looking at here?
Okay. Well, this is basically, we started, well, first and foremost, Fountain of Life, we launched, was in February of 2018. And here I came and decide, okay, I have to invest into the mall because I'm serious. I say, I want to go and help my community first and foremost. And so I decide, okay, let me invest in some banners. And I went, this is the mall, ladies and gentlemen. So that's from April of 2018. I started at the mall every weekend, Fridays and Sundays. Catalina spent some time with me as well as Mavis. We used to always. And then all these, the two ladies actually who's standing there, these are new lifestyle advisor too as well. So when they come and buy the product, then I invite them a week later to come out to the business meeting. Ladies, I'm telling you, all I did is just go there, be myself, and explain. Once you have the product knowledge, you build that rapport. It's easy. First, I had and actually the location where I were was extraordinary. I have people coming from all the African community, like the Ghana, the Nigerians, Congo people come straight to me. I had one pastor who came, he had problem with his prostate. He bought 6 bottles of Fountain of Life. The next week, the man come back and he says, you know what? This is something never happened before, because when he gets up at nighttime, it's drip, drip, drip. But now he get back. That means it remove all the inflammation. He introduced me to another 2 pastors. And then I get referrals. So every week, ladies and gentlemen, I begin to grow. I begin to sell more product. I sold the most product every weekend. I've been selling from around 100 to 150 bottles of Fountain of Life every single month. 28 and 2019 was my all-time favorite because my business just took off. Even Shauna and Nendu and all my other partners, when they come, they say, how did you get this spot? That is timing. God is good. And especially in the African community, most of my client is a lot of the Africans as well as Caribbean people as well, because they saw the value and they take advantage. Ladies and gentlemen, with hard work, with consistency, with dedication and tenacity, I decide when they had that cruise ship coming up, I say, I'm not missing that cruise. I told all my partners, I say, we got to work together. Some worked and some did not work. But I went all the way 150%. And that's where I was recognized in 2019 on the Norwegian cruise ship holding over 10,000 people, recognized in the middle of the ocean as being the top seller of Opulence Global. So, I'm telling you, I will never forget that moment and all the love and support, what came back to me of all my hard work. It brings tears to my eyes. I just love this company, ladies and gentlemen, and I never stop ever since. Back to you, Carol.
Amazing. So, what I really love about this story, Maria, is that, we're talking about trade shows, but we're also talking about like just creating these events like on a smaller scale. So this was just you in the mall with your table and your banner. So it's not something that was like, it didn't cost you $2,000. It didn't require for you to get 10 other people. This is just initiative that you took, set up your table, you understood exactly everything about this product, you knew the value, and you just kind of grounded yourself in that, right? And then this skyrocketed you to the top seller in 2019. So, if there's anyone out there thinking that, they're scared of trade shows because it costs too much, it takes too much effort, just remember Maria Baptiste. She set up a table in a mall and became the top seller in 2019. So that's amazing. My next question for you, Maria, is how important is it for us to have prizes, giveaways, raffles, a spin wheel?
I love this part. Thank you so much again, Carol. It is, to me, it's very important because first and foremost, people like a lot of free gifts. I mean, generally speaking, people like freeness, where everything is free there. So I think that's one of the main attraction. Like we have like the wheel, a spin wheel. It makes a lot of noise, it's very loud and attract them. And we give out a lot of gifts. So to me, that is vitally important to really capitalize. More people come into your booth. You want to be exceptional. You don't want to be like the others. You want to be top of the line. You want to get the most sale. You want to get the most customers and more leads. So it's very important to have the spin wheel and gifts like raffles and so forth to give to your customers. Back to you.
Yeah, exactly. And those raffles, the ballots, they serve two purposes, right? And the most important purpose is that it gives us a way to collect our information and be able to contact our prospects after the trade show, right?
That's right.
Yep. And then, of course, the ballot is usually for a big grand prize giveaway. So that is another thing that will attract people. So, finally, I want to talk to you about continuous improvement, right? Because we don't want people to be afraid to do this because they're scared of messing up, right? So let's talk about, you've done this with so many different people, and just share like the evolution of yourself in terms of your growth and the evolution of your team.
Okay, so first and foremost, again, to me, is always be yourself. When you come out to one of the trade shows, you want to get as many customers you can. And everyone that I bring out with me, I train them and I show them, says, Maria, you're doing very well. You got to show me and teach me exactly what to do. So all I do, whatever I done, I pass it down to my team and it begins to grow. This is a phenomenal one. Actually, just 2 weeks ago, this particular event, together with my two partners, Nando Med and of course, Shauna Robinson. And this was actually, it's a church, it's a Shalom Christian institution, and they invite us to come and present. That took place at the Delta Hotel down at the airport, and it was absolutely incredible. A small event, but the people, they had over like about 100, 150 people there. It was a banquet dinner. Everybody dressed elegantly, and here we are, have a small table. By the way, we brought our own table. We brought our own chairs because experience you learn, it's to save. I rather save my money and invest back into the product.
Yeah.
So here we are, while the dinner and everything was going on inside, we were here outside. And eventually when the speaker finished, he came out and he says, Ms. Batiste, I'd like you to come and present for about 10 minutes the value of your products.
Mm-hmm.
Because Nando said, no, Maria is the best. She got to go. Let her go. Eventually, I went upstairs, and, I've done the best I can. And less than 10 minutes, the pastor, he bought 3 bottles for me. And he told each and every person, he said, guys, before you leave this banquet, make sure you go down to Maria's table together with her partners and get the fountain of life. You need it. Mm-hmm. You will believe, as soon as they finished, everybody rushed out. I ran out of fountain of life. I mean, we were not expecting that. This is the power, ladies and gentlemen. And we had a solution to help all those people. Some of them who I just gave out brochures. I gave out, I think, about 120 brochures. And even to this morning, we had one lady call me and she needed 6 bottles. So that's the thing, what I love about even the ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have any bottles you run out, make sure you leave the product, make sure you leave the brochure with them. And you want to make sure that you get their information. Because even so, they've lost the bro. You have the information, you will call them. It's
Yeah.
very important to follow up. The money is in the follow up. Back to you, Cindy.
Absolutely. You said a couple things in there that I just want to have a little follow-up question. So you said you brought your own chairs. One of the things that I think we should really highlight to anyone who's new to trade shows, you can bring the chair, but you can't sit in it, right? It is so important for you to keep your energy up and do not sit down, because no one's going to come to you. You're going to have to attract them with your energy. And if you're just sitting there waiting for people to come to you, not going to happen. So
you can see standing there.
Sorry?
You can see all of us standing. You'll never see no one sitting. In my team, sitters, no.
Exactly. And that is a very important thing. And of course, I forgot the second thing. So we're just going to move on. All right. So, you know,
Is it or not
Pardon?
yet?
Sorry?
No, I'm just asking. I'm sorry to interrupt, but we do have 4 questions. And
We'll
let
do them
me
at
know
the end.
At
Yeah,
the
we'll
end.
do them at the
Okay.
end. And we're almost done.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
what was
Thank
the
you.
other thing, Maria, that we want people to take away? So don't sit and I can't remember. All right. Hopefully it'll come back to me.
It's okay.
All right. And so now talk to us about this. This is in
Yeah.
Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes. I want to highlight again, my team from Trinidad and Tobago did it. Well, Gloria, hopefully you'll hear her speak for about 2 minutes. Over the summer, they had a major event there too. This one was at in Trinidad, and that's part of Tony's, the CBN. She sponsored Liz, and she's on the call to welcome on the call Elizabeth Williams. And she actually took the initiative and she started her trade show together with her partner. So that was absolutely fantastic. And I just wanted to put that on too. Also, Gloria, she and her team, they had 3 major events, which was absolutely incredible. I'm so proud of what those girls has accomplished. So I just wanted to highlight, let them know that they're part of that too as well.
So congratulations to Tony and her CBN Caribbean Boss Network, Boss Lady Network.
That's
Sweet.
correct.
I love that name. I love that name. All right. So now we're just gonna summarize everything that we want you guys to take away, right? So first of all, planning is really important, especially if you want to do the bigger trade shows. If you want to do the National Women's Shows, which is, they're really, really incredible experiences, you can't try to plan it like a week out, right? Because first of all, if you're going to do it, you want to get yourself a nice corner booth, and those are the first things that go. Those are more expensive, and so they will require you to collaborate with your business partners. So, you know, me and Maria actually talked about what we're gonna plan out our events for 2024, starting now, right? The big ones, small ones, everything in between. The second is make sure you have your own equipment and tools. You know, you got to have some banners and a table with a cloth and a skirt so that you don't end up having to run out at the last minute or pay $400 ridiculous prices. You want to have a spin wheel because that draws attention to your booth, it allows you to make a lot of noise. People get excited when they win stuff. And then of course you want to make your booth opulent. If you noticed in most of, like all of Maria's pictures, she's decked out to the nines. I mean, we dress how we think is opulent, but really it does make sense for you to do like sort of like a business casual kind of look. And when you set up your table, it's gotta look opulent because we are representing a brand. It's very important. And then of course, make sure you have inventory. You don't want people to come to your booth to buy product and then you don't have any product to sell them. And then the other thing is that, you know, kind of focus, because we do have health and beauty and fashion. So depending on what show you happen to be at, you want to bring the products that are going to sell at that show, right? So the National Women's Show, when we did it in Toronto, it was a corporate event, so they had everything. But when Brenda and I did it in Ottawa, we did have some fashion stuff set up just for display, but the products that we had on hand to sell were FOL and our Safe Home Revolution products. And then finally, not finally, sorry, number 5, you set up a taste and feel area. You know, Maria was pretty clear that that was a big part of her closing, is that she allowed her prospects, her potential clients, to taste the FOL, to feel the lotion and the skincare and, you know, the spray. It's a pretty important part of these kind of events, because that's what people are there for. So don't be shy. Don't be shy to invite them to taste and feel your product. And then, of course, building like and trust, but right, show business, not show friends. You don't have to spend an hour and a half with each prospect just because you like them. That's not what you're there for.
Let me do 7 to 10.
Huh?
Can I
Yeah,
do
7
the
to 10. 7 to 10. Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you got to come with your energy and enthusiasm. Again, the smile. Remember, if anything you can leave, remember that smile. It's very contagious. Okay, number 8, you always wanted to greet your guest. Invite them to come and sit on your table or your booth. Never, as you heard Carolyn was saying earlier, and sitting. We don't do that. If you go out, meet them, and you bring them into the booth and you explain your product. Number 9, make sure that you track your lead. Is vitally important. You want to follow up, keep track of the leads. Use raffle bulletin, okay, the ballot, and have a lot of fun. This is one of the things our Opulence family we do is fun time. As you hear Sanaz or the CEO say, we work hard, but we play harder. So have a lot of fun, and don't forget to take lots of pictures. So this is our final, Carolyn, if you have, I know we have Gloria, and we also have Caroline, we have Catalina, Anthony, as well as Mavis. Would love to share maybe 2 minutes. We can wrap.
Okay. So maybe we should answer the questions first. What do you think?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay, so we actually have 4 questions here and 3 from the lady named Chanel. And her questions are, what is the way to introduce the business? For example, if the client wants to purchase loads of products, how do you follow up? And the techniques in following up clients? And how did you get to prospect the pastor? Because she really loved that story.
Ah, wow, wow, wow. Well, first of all, thank you so much again for being on the call. And, you know, if you were there at the beginning, listening to me, it's very simple again. If you're new, and you intend to do any of the shows, you do not want to do it by yourself. Make sure you have your upline or your MySafe support to help you go there, advise you what tools you need necessarily. And to me, again, I get a lot of referrals. Referrals mean when someone used the product, they get the testimonial. They come back and say, Ms. Batiste, look what happened to me. And then I have 3 or 4 other partners. I would like you to go and present it to them. So for me, referrals is by asking. Just ask for referrals. Don't be shy. If you're shy, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. Make yourself comfortable, ask for the sales, and you will get it.
Yep, absolutely. And I'm going to add to that, because the question was around, I think, maybe converting customers into business partners. It's really, really important, I think, and Maria is a really good example of this, where if you've got a good retail customer, you don't have to convert them to business, right? Because we have amazing products, and you can get a very healthy income stream, which almost becomes residual because people keep coming back to use the products month after month after month. So, you know, Renee is teaching us in our LLP program, is that if you convert someone to a business partner, and they only want the discount, who's winning in that? You're actually losing. So if you have really good retail customers, don't try to convert them. That you know, that's an important thing, considering the kind of products that we have and the return customers that we get. All right, hope that answered your question.
Okay, and the next question is from Monica, and she wanted to ask you, how did you get a space at the mall, and how much?
Okay, very good question. A very good question. Well, first, you have to go and apply. Like you go to the management system, you got to go and talk to them. You can't just go in there and say, well, like, no, you have to go and you have to sign a contract. So you have to invest first. Then you get, and sometimes you don't even get the part where you really want to. But if you're very consistent and you really want, you know what, this is my first time, I want to try, take whatever they give to you. I mean, it will be reasonable, but you have to invest. It's not cheap. Again, when you're doing anything like that, make sure you have partners with you. So that will again help the cost for, especially for a mall, because a mall they charge like 2 and 3 grand, you know. So you have to know what you're doing with that. And or else if the mall is kind of harsh, just start from the small community. Just start from your backyard.
Yeah.
Work your
And
way through.
one thing that I was asking that too earlier with Maria, and she was saying that before COVID, it was much easier to get a table in a mall. But now, because after COVID, they don't seem as willing, and so it might be a little bit prohibitive in terms of the cost right now, just because the world has changed a little bit. But that's a fantastic question, Monica. Monica from Ottawa. Yeah, that's
And if
something that we should look into. Yeah.
Yeah.
if I may
Collaborate.
be allowed to add, based on my experience, because I also do trade shows for the seaweed company that I'm with, they normally would invite you way, way back, months ahead, at least 6 months.
Absolutely.
Tell you exactly the pricing, the dimension of the area, what they can offer you. But on the other hand, they would also ask you if you need outlets, if you need a table, how many tables, how many chairs. These are the things that you should consider as well, like you've mentioned in earlier, right? So that's just based on experience, because sometimes I'm left with the one being to contact the company that organizes the trade show. So, you know,
Awesome. So
think
now
about a bigger scale, but
so we have another resource here, Jazz. We're definitely going to be reaching out to you.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's on
So
board.
we
And,
are at the top. We are at the top of the hour, but I know that we wanted to invite a couple of Maria's
She has-
business
I
partners.
think she has one more. You have one more question?
I have one more. Chanel, who is with us tonight, would like us to welcome Joanne, who has just become a lifestyle
Woo!
advisor. Joanne,
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Welcome, Joanne. Welcome home. Congratulations. You're in the right place at the right time. I'll tell you that right now.
Absolutely.
Yay,
Welcome.
awesome.
Welcome.
So
look forward-
do we have a few minutes to invite a couple of Maria's?
2-3 minutes.
Okay, so can we get Carolina, Anthony,
Yeah.
Mavis Tid, and
Gloria.
Gloria, for you guys to unmute yourselves and come and share your.
How do
Raise your
I
hand.
unmute them? Gloria, who do you
Gloria
want to?
Charles from Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay, just 1 second. Gloria Charles.
She was there giving all the hearts. Love you, sweetheart.
How
So
do
you
I
just
do
go into the participants list, and then you know where you found the little 3 little dots there to allow
Go
me to co-host.
Yeah, go to Gloria.
It should say allowed to talk.
Mhm.
There you go.
There we
Thank
go. Hi, Gloria.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, welcome, Gloria.
Hello to my Opulence family. Good night. Wonderful hosting. Good night. Good night. My upline. Good night, Carolyn.
Welcome.
Wonderful, wonderful meeting. Thank you all so much. So, everybody, my name is Gloria Charles from Trinidad and Tobago. I'm a lifestyle advisor too. Being
Yes.
lifestyle advisor too in 1 month. I love this company. It's awesome. This company. So this, I did it, you could say, I did that within a month. I went literally crazy in everybody's house and everybody in my friends' business. And I dragged everybody. They have to come here to Opulence Global. So that was, I was able to do this. All right. So in July of this year, my collaborative partner, which is Erlene Williams and Korean, and my downline, which is John Richard and Yvonne Davis, we was able to pull our do our presentation and had a we also had a party, our cocktail party. All right. So we did this event, and boy, you see, events really get you inspired up. It's got your emotion, it got your energy, and it get you have everything positive going for you once you do an event. All right. So on doing this event, we was able to get some more sales, especially in the southern part of our country, which was a little more sleeping. We got some more sales at that end. And even we was more inspired in doing this, so that when we did the presentation, the Opulence, those top officials realized then looking for somebody was to present in that month. So in that month, Korean was able, which is Erlene Williams' daughter, was able to do that presentation in that month because of us doing our events and cocktail party. Boy, listen to me. You see, in that event, people we had so much able to inspire people. We had so much knowledge to teach, and so much that is because we would always be on the meetings. So we learn much more. So there was a lady who pulled me and she said, I'm so happy I could now able to sign up. I will be able to do much more with my family because I really now understand what the fountain of life is all about. So once you get more knowledge, you could able to go out there and share more knowledge. But you have to come to the meetings. People, you need to be on the meetings every week. It's very important, right?
Excellent.
And out of this, doing this meeting, then Korean was able to be host in July, in August.
Fantastic.
All
Thank
right.
you so much for sharing that, Gloria. That's amazing. So
All
now
right.
we're gonna move on to Carolina Anthony.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for sharing, Gloria. That was amazing.
Absolutely, you're a champ. Catalina, 2 minutes.
There
Or
you go.
maybe-
Carolina, you're on.
Good night, Opulence family. Can you hear me?
Loud
Yes,
and clear.
Carolina, the life of the party. Yep.
Good night, everyone. My name is Catalina Anthony, and I'm tuning in from Toronto, Canada, originally from St. Lucia, from the Caribbean. Okay, today, I would like to say I love going to trade shows with Maria and Mavis. I enjoy myself. I meet new friends. I make new customers, and I get to meet new nationality, different kind of people at the trade show. And then Maria has been there with me, like it's almost 4 or 5 years. I've known Maria, and she's showing me every little detail, how to smile. The smiling, she always tell me, Catalina, you have to smile. So she tell me how I have to dress, how I have to position myself. And Maria, you are the best and best. And Mavis also helps me. Catalina, you have to do this and you have to do that. So I love going to the trade show. It's the best. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank you, Carolina. Can we get Mavis? Can we get Mavis? Is she still on?
This is on.
Mavis, are you there? There she is. Yeah, 2 minutes, Mavis.
Let's go, Mavis.
Okay, good evening, my Opulence family. When I joined this business, I started trade shows through one of the members who lived in Brampton. She said, you should be doing trade shows. I said, beautiful. And she the one who started it with me. Then I was able to get in contact with groups. I deal with 3 different groups. And whenever they have a trade show on, they will send me the information. I will speak with Maria, say, Maria, are you ready for this? And then I will speak with Catalina, yes. And then I will go ahead. This is about 3 or 4 months before. I would pay for the table. We normally would get 2 chairs, an 8-feet table with a tablecloth, okay? And I will let them know. They'll send me all the information. And then about 2 weeks or so, they will send me the setup where we are. And I will pass that information down to Maria and Catalina so they know exactly where they are going. And we know how to dress, and we know what we are bringing, our banners, our brochures, our products, okay? Why I like trade shows is because they open you to other groups. And for instance, the last one I was at, this was just in August with, I know, because August I was away, it was in September, and Catalina and I, and there were some people coming around, they want to find out about opening up businesses, and we had about 3 different gentlemen from Africa, they came, and we said, okay, you want to know more, and we invited them to our head office. They did not attend, but what I did is that I sent them the link. I sent them the links, so they were able to get on the Wednesday night show. I even sent them when our CEO was doing his talk. I sent that. So I'm still in contact with them. And I know one of them said that they are interested. He's back in Africa now, but he is interested. Okay. So trade shows are a good thing. I also follow up right away. I went to England in August, and in July I had one. And I told them I'll be away, but I'll call you so and so time. And I did exactly as I said. I have one this month, the last Thursday. And these groups that I deal with, these that do the trade shows, I told them to send me for next year, to send me their when they're having their trade shows next year, so we know how to tap into each one.
Perfect.
Okay, so this is trade shows. Yeah, and Maria is always there, Catalina. And now the one this month, I'll be having 2 of the members in my downline to show them how to do it.
Awesome. Perfect.
Thank you,
Thank
Mavis.
you so much for sharing, Gloria and Carolina and Mavis. We are now 8 minutes past the hour, so I'm going to turn it back over to Jazz, our amazing host for the month, to close us out. Okay, thank you.
Great show. Great show. I love it. Great show.
Thank you,
Good
Mavis.
stuff.
Back to you, Jazz. I wonder if she's with us or dropped off.
Oh, looks like she's still there. Jazz, are you there?
I'm here. I just have to, share something. By the way, I have to share a couple of screens announcements before we wrap this up. And
All right, so we'll hand it off
what
back
an
to you.
amazing night. What an amazing night. Very informative. Like I told Maria earlier, there's always some nuggets every day. Even if I listen to you 10 times, I still learn a lot.
Can you put
Okay,
your
let me
video on,
share
Jazz?
this now. Oh, sure. I'm sorry, my dear. There you go. Let me share some screen here. Maria, how do I go to this thing? Yeah, with this sharing of the screen. I had it opened earlier because I wanted to be ready, but just 1 second, please. I'm so sorry. Okay, here we go. Maria, can you see it?
No, not yet.
Oh.
Or you can just highlight the Asian conference, what's happening if you cannot see it on the screen there.
Guys, you might have to do a new share when you go to share screen,
Okay.
and just make sure when you're looking at it that it's actually highlighting the screen that you want
Mhm.
to show.
I had it earlier.
Yeah, take your time, no worries.
I'm so sorry, my dear.
No, you don't have to apologize.
Oh,
You've
yeah.
been great, actually. You've been amazing.
Okay, first of all, I wanted to share this because Sanaz was so pumped introducing
Oh,
this.
yes.
Are you
Woo!
able to see
Go
it?
for it.
Yes, we can see.
So now, ladies and gentlemen, we have our Claire handbags for 2023. They have arrived. We have the black, red, and the off-white. And don't miss it. It's the chickest of all accessory of the season, either for gift giving for Christmas. Holiday is coming. It's just around the corner. And additional features, they're really very nice. They have a zipper. They're lined inside. And there is a compartment for the cell phones, ladies. Don't forget this. They're high quality stitching and hardware. It's a new posh branding and new lizard texture. If you are in Toronto, you can see them at the office, the head office. But if you're outside of the country, I think what you'll have to do is attend a trade show or just order them online. Have your handbags. And also for in just a few days, the
Major event,
the
Asia.
major event, but I don't see it in my slide here. Asia conference. Here you go, the Asia conference, which is going to happen a few days from now, Saturday, November 18 in Bangkok, Thailand, Sunday, November 19 in Singapore. Am I correct? No, I think it's Saturday and Sunday, November 18 and 19. It's in Bangkok, Thailand. But the group is going to Singapore after, and then all the way to the Philippines before they come back to Toronto. I know it's creating so much excitement, and we can only wish we are there with you, but somebody has to run this webinar as well. So I have reasons not to go for now. But next time, I just need enough lead time because of the responsibilities that we all have. We just can't drop them and go. But this is very exciting. And you have the opportunity to visit the place, taste the Thai cuisine. It's very delicious, and get to know, expand your network.
The joint becomes.
And what else do we have here? Oh, the crypto. We have double for 30 days only, our double X bonus, the Lifestyle Advisor Plus. This is a promo. Maria, is this still on?
No, I think it's off now. We can go straight
It's
to
off
the
now, right? I wanted to talk about the crypto that we are promoting at this time, but unfortunately I don't see the slides, but I guess the last one here, which is our Fairy, the new skincare line. Instead of 5 different skincare products, we have reduced them into 3, still giving you the best of the best: anti-aging, moisturizer, and the best foaming cleanser that we have here. We have a limited time offer, and we have a BOGO going on right now. And if you are in Toronto, like I said, take the opportunity, don't miss it, and go and check it out. Okay, get your free gifts now. So we have the foaming cleanser, facial cleanser, the day moisturizer, and our Quad AG night cream. Okay, so.
And the last is the cruise.
Oh, the cruise, sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There
The cruise, we have a cruise in February 12, 2024. And for those of you who are planning to join, if you could make the arrangements now, because we only have barely a little over 2 months just before the cruise. The cruise is from February 12 to the 16th, 2024. And it'll be fun. I think it's departing in Miami, right?
Yes.
So it's Florida. So ticket price is $950 until December 11. So after that, I'm pretty sure it's going to go up. So reserve your tickets now, and it's absolutely full of fun. Okay? So in closing, I would like to thank all of the partners and guests. And once again, I have to special mention Joanne, who has become a lifestyle advisor through Chanel. And we're looking forward to see you again tomorrow, our forensic networking at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're looking forward to see you also in our Opulence Nation family Facebook page this week, where we welcome home all our new brand partners. By the way, I missed something. If anybody of you has some testimonies to share about someone who's suffering from ALS, Grace Lydia Domingo is asking and would like to hear from you. And you can just contact her. If there's anybody here who encountered somebody suffering from ALS and you have a testimony to share, if they have been using FOL, she would really appreciate it. Grace Lydia Domingo. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So
Wow.
from Toronto, Ontario, I would say bye for now and see you again tomorrow night. And I hope I did justice to hosting for the first time.
You
Great
did a
job.
great job. So
Absolutely.
we usually close out by saying,
One team,
one dream, one dream to
one
the
to the
billion.